Therapeutic approaches to jealousy management. The recognition that jealousy can cause significant individual suffering and relationship damage has led to the development of numerous therapeutic approaches designed to help people understand, manage, and overcome problematic jealous feelings and behaviors. Modern psychotherapy offers a variety of evidence-based interventions that address different aspects of jealousy, from the cognitive distortions that fuel jealous thoughts to the behavioral patterns that damage relationships to the underlying emotional wounds that make individuals vulnerable to excessive jealousy. Cognitive behavioral therapy represents one of the most extensively researched and widely used approaches for treating problematic jealousy. CBT for jealousy focuses on helping individuals identify and challenge the distorted thinking patterns that contribute to jealous feelings and behaviors. Jealous individuals often engage in cognitive distortions such as mind reading, jumping to conclusions, catastrophic thinking, and all-or-nothing reasoning. They may interpret ambiguous situations as clear evidence of infidelity, assume the worst possible motives for their partner's behavior, or catastrophize about the consequences of potential betrayal. The cognitive component of CBT helps individuals develop more balanced and realistic thinking patterns by teaching them to examine the evidence for their jealous beliefs, consider alternative explanations for their partner's behavior, and develop more accurate assessments of relationship threats. Thought records and cognitive restructuring exercises help individuals track their jealous thoughts and systematically challenge them using logical analysis and evidence-based reasoning. The behavioral component of CBT addresses the problematic behaviors that jealousy often motivates, such as excessive checking, interrogating partners, restricting their activities, or seeking constant reassurance. Exposure and response prevention techniques help individuals resist the urge to engage in these behaviors while learning that their anxiety will decrease naturally without taking these actions. Behavioral experiments allow individuals to test their jealous predictions against reality, often revealing that their fears are unfounded. Acceptance and commitment therapy offers a different approach that focuses less on changing jealous thoughts and more on changing one's relationship to those thoughts. ACT helps individuals recognize that jealous thoughts and feelings are normal human experiences that don't necessarily require action. Through mindfulness techniques and values-based action, individuals learn to observe their jealous thoughts and feelings without being controlled by them, focusing instead on behaviors that are consistent with their values and relationship goals. Metacognitive therapy represents a newer approach that focuses specifically on the thinking processes that maintain problematic emotions like jealousy. MCT suggests that it's not the jealous thoughts themselves that cause problems, but rather how individuals respond to those thoughts. People who struggle with persistent jealousy often engage in rumination, worry, and attention to threat that maintains and intensifies their jealous feelings. MCT helps individuals change these metacognitive processes, learning to respond to jealous thoughts with detached mindfulness rather than anxious engagement. Emotionally focused therapy, primarily used in couples counseling, addresses jealousy by focusing on the underlying attachment needs and fears that drive jealous responses. EFT helps jealous individuals express their underlying fears of abandonment and need for security while helping their partners respond with empathy and reassurance rather than defensiveness or withdrawal. By addressing the attachment dynamics that fuel jealousy, EFT can help couples develop more secure emotional bonds that reduce the likelihood of jealous episodes. Psychodynamic approaches to jealousy treatment focus on understanding and resolving the unconscious conflicts and early experiences that contribute to jealous responses. These therapies help individuals explore how their early relationships with caregivers influence their expectations about love and betrayal, working through unresolved issues that may be projected onto current relationships. The therapeutic relationship itself becomes a laboratory for exploring and healing these early wounds. Internal family systems therapy offers a unique approach that views jealousy as stemming from wounded parts of the psyche that developed protective strategies in response to early hurt or trauma. IFS helps individuals develop compassionate relationships with these jealous parts, while accessing their core self that is capable of calm, connected relating. This approach can be particularly helpful for individuals whose jealousy stems from early trauma or attachment disruption. Mindfulness-based interventions have shown promise for helping individuals manage jealous emotions by developing greater emotional awareness and regulation skills. Mindfulness practices help individuals observe their jealous thoughts and feelings without immediately reacting to them, creating space for more thoughtful responses. Regular mindfulness practice can also reduce the general emotional reactivity that makes individuals more vulnerable to intense jealous episodes. Group therapy for jealousy provides opportunities for individuals to share their experiences with others who understand their struggles while learning from different perspectives and coping strategies. Group settings can be particularly helpful for reducing the shame and isolation that often accompany problematic jealousy while providing social support and accountability for behavior change. Couples therapy approaches to jealousy recognize that jealousy is often a relationship problem rather than just an individual problem. Even when one partner has primary responsibility for jealous reactions, both partners typically contribute to the dynamics that maintain jealous cycles. Couples therapy helps partners understand their respective roles in jealousy patterns while developing more effective communication and conflict resolution skills. The therapeutic process for jealousy typically begins with a comprehensive assessment that explores the nature and extent of jealous feelings and behaviors, underlying contributing factors, and the impact on the individual's life and relationships. This assessment helps determine the most appropriate treatment approach and identifies any comorbid conditions that may need attention. Early stages of therapy often focus on psychoeducation about jealousy, helping individuals understand the normal functions of jealousy while learning to distinguish between adaptive and maladaptive jealous responses. This normalization can reduce shame and self-blame while motivating individuals to work on changing problematic patterns. Middle phases of therapy typically involve the active application of specific therapeutic techniques designed to change jealous thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. The specific techniques used depend on the therapeutic approach being employed, but most involve some combination of cognitive work, emotional processing, and behavioral change. Later stages of therapy focus on relapse prevention, helping individuals develop plans for managing future jealous episodes and maintaining the gains they have made in treatment. This often involves identifying triggers for jealous episodes, developing coping strategies for high-risk situations, and building ongoing support systems. The effectiveness of therapy for jealousy has been demonstrated in numerous research studies, with most individuals showing significant improvement in jealous thoughts, feelings, and behaviors following treatment. However, treatment success often depends on factors such as severity of the jealousy, the presence of other mental health conditions, the quality of the therapeutic relationship, and the individual's motivation and commitment to change. Medication can sometimes be helpful as an adjunct to psychotherapy for jealousy, particularly when jealousy occurs in the context of other psychiatric conditions, such as obsessive-compulsive disorder, depression, or anxiety disorders. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors have shown particular promise for reducing obsessive jealous thoughts and compulsive behaviors. The therapeutic treatment of jealousy continues to evolve as researchers develop new understanding of the psychological and neurobiological mechanisms involved in jealous responses. New therapeutic approaches are being developed and tested, offering hope for even more effective treatments in the future. The key insight underlying all successful jealousy interventions is that while jealous feelings may be natural and even adaptive in some contexts, individuals have the capacity to learn more healthy and effective ways of managing these powerful emotions.